Greetings, Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat in South America. Hey, Timothy Glass, Dale Cox, Lisa Trimble. And there's KM. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Dane. All right. Hi, Jane. Thank you for being here. Real deal. This is awesome. All right. So, hit the like, please. I'm trying to be a YouTuber since that's what I do. I have trouble saying hit the like, comment, subscribe, but please do that if you haven't. There's Tracy. Hi, Tracy and Michelle. Just sitting on the dock of the bay watching the tide roll away. I went early today. Did you guys even know that? It's anxious. Boy, I'll tell you something. Hey, Roberta, that yoga is no joke. I had a car accident when Tommy and I were kids. A bad one. I was thrown through the windshield. It was nothing compared to what I felt like yesterday. I'm not even joking you. American Patriot. Good to see you. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for being here. Hi, Kellyanne. Hello, B Lady. Galthy, good to see you. Yeah, man, I'll tell you something. It messed me up. I'm not even joking you. Everything's spicy. Good to see you. I'm hurting everywhere. I'm feeling better now. But yesterday was a rough day. Here's what's going on with me. Chili Phil, good to see you. Barella, Barbara, all my friends are here. Please hit the like. We'll pull the okie doke on the algorithm. Who doesn't like pulling the okie doke on the algorithm? Heard ya. See you, dude. Sammy B, greetings. So we're working out a lot. We're doing a body cleanse. You guys ever hear that? Hi, John. Yeah, John says yoga is the real deal. I'll tell you something. No, whoops. There. I have so much respect for people that do yoga. A heightened respect like you can't imagine. I told Tommy I'd rather fight a cage fighter, like a champion cage fighter, any day than to battle with a yoga instructor. Holy moly. So we're doing this cleanse. Look, I've been pretty upfront about my past. I've abused or was addicted to just about everything. And even if you don't do that, you have to understand you build up toxins in your body. It's just part of life. David Booley, good to see you. Jan Speaker. Greetings. Yeah, I've heard hot yoga is, listen, hot yoga, it's bad enough. Cool yoga. But so we're eating a lot of probiotics and a lot of, we're trying to get the toxins out of our system. And I'm telling you, I felt yesterday was brutal. It was brutal. Hi, Josh. It's very good to see you. Tony's Hooter. Good to see you, Tony. So I do feel a lot better today. We worked out today, which was great. But I'm telling you, the junk that's coming out of me, 5 decades, even if I didn't misbehave, there's toxins in me, but 5 decades of just living wrong. Probably 3 of the 5 decades, I was just not living right. And there's tons of junk in me. Tavi, brutal for real. I'm not even joking you. Unbelievable. I didn't understand the whole body cleanse. It's the real thing, man. So I've got all these, even if we weren't working out, just all the yoga, the yogurt reading and the probiotics we're taking. There's a lot of Tommy is very, very good at yoga. You got that right. Here's the thing. I didn't know, apparently, the yoga we were doing wasn't really like entrance level yoga. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I'm brand new at it. When I tell you I've done 2 days of yoga my entire life, I'm not playing. I really have. And I thought that I thought in my head I did better the first day. But holy mackerel, like hot yoga, like it's bad enough as it is. But doing the yoga and stretching muscles, and it just adds to it. And all these toxins are coming out of me. And it's really funny. I am literally 1 day behind Tommy. Everything that happens to Tommy happens to me the next day. So he's feeling great. He's, say Tommy, entrance level. Listen, it was brutal. I have so much respect for yoga. But tomorrow's yoga day. I can't wait. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow's going to be tough, though, because we're stringing 3 different moves together, like going from one to the other. And that's an absolutely different animal. I'm not fooling. Put a 1 in the chat. Honestly, if you've done yoga before, I'm curious who's done it. If you've done yoga, I want to know. Tommy says, all right, everybody, I'll see you in a little bit later. I got to go get ready for my show. Love all of you. Johnny, you're funny. I'm glad he thinks it's funny. But we've gone through, let me tell you something. Hi, Lilac Lime. Good to see you. We've, yogurt's really good for you as far as probiotics and getting good stuff in your gut. And we've gone through 4 gallons of yogurt. We buy it by the gallon. It's really inexpensive, but no fooling. We've gone through so much yogurt. I eat a lot of yogurt and granola. So all this junk is coming out of me. Sammy did it one time. Only one time. Thank you, man. I'll tell you something. I have so much respect for people that do yoga. Sun salutation every morning, says Dane. Yeah, I could not do it every day. I just couldn't. Dale says, I have 5 chocolate cream Italians, and I'm going to make them gushers for you, brother, in heat. Is 5 gushers of anything would hurt me right now. Yoga is mobility king. Yeah, you know what? That's important. I want to be in better shape. What type of yogurt am I eating? Good yogurt. I don't know. I don't know. There was a big difference in yogurt. I will tell you this: there's no in this country. There's no additives, preservatives, or anything. So what we're eating, is very, very good for us. But there are gentler versions. You hear that, Tommy? There are gentler versions of yoga. Nonsense, he says. Dale does yoga every day. I don't know how you do it. Renee, good to see you. I really respect how you're improving yourself, mind, body, and spirit. You know what? It is a full court press, and you got it. It's complete. I'm sleeping better, which is great. Although I've had one bad night of sleep here. I'm sure it's because of the pain that I was in. I'm not joking to you. When we were kids, I got thrown through the windshield. And I'm telling you, the way I hurt yesterday was as bad, if not worse than that. Of course, I was 17 when that happened. So I was buff and in really great shape. If that happened to me now, I never would have made it. It's obvious. It's a great name. It's obviously fish because I'm obese. Fish is good for you. Can the super hot peppers help me lose weight? And is it willing to risk the consumption of one? The person is overweight. I don't know. As far as losing weight, I know it speeds up your metabolism, which is a fat burner. So it's a good fat burner, but I would just be careful, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube or anything else. So just be really, really careful. John says, will you keep out of pain, keep consistent, Johnny, please? You know what? I'm kind of a pain dude. I kind of dig pain. So it's kind of part of it. I kind of like that, Fred Graves, good to see you. I'm feeling good. I'm not sure if I'm losing weight, but I'm not really trying to. I haven't stepped on a scale in, I can't tell you how long. The way I kind of work is if clothes are loose, I need to eat more. If clothes get tight, I need to move more. And that's kind of how I work it. Sammy B, Johnny, you are looking great. Did I do that one already? Thank you. Everything Spicy says, Dale Cox, I ate 5 chocolate primitalis, wrecked me. It's a wicked hot pepper. And it will. Cindy G, good to see you. Chair yoga. See, that sounds like more my speed. Chair yoga. Hey, Tommy, what about chair yoga? You sit down. I'm not letting you sit down. See, that's what I live with. Captain Capsaicin, good to see you. There's also milder peppers, indeed. I'm trying this week. I'm trying to locate where the farmer's market is, but I haven't had much success yet, but I'm on it. Not a loser. When's the last time you had something super hot, or have you had a crazy tolerance drop? Massive tolerance drop. It isn't just since I moved. But that's the fun of it. I'm looking forward to increasing my tolerance again, but I'm going to end up having to grow, I'm sure. Jeremy Fowler, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Archie's mom, good to see you. Hi, Johnny and peeps. My first time listening live. Love your shorts. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Speaking of shorts, I'm going to show you something I did in a short day. If you didn't see it, Lego, about time you're here. Good to see you, bro. So I was walking with Tommy this morning, went on a walk, and we saw, let me see here. I'm going to show you a picture of something we saw on a walk today. It was pretty amazing. Have you ever seen scaffolding made out of, look at that. That is scaffolding, real deal scaffolding made out of bamboo. And like, I mean, that's not a joke. These guys are standing on that. That building is probably, I should have counted the number of, how about 15 stories that building is. I'm not fooling. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine trusting that? Like OSHA, what? Golly, those guys, and it's like you can see the wood bending. This guy's got 2 big buckets. I'm like, man, I can't sit around and watch this. It doesn't feel good. Just looking at it gave me the creeps. It was amazing. But we've seen a lot of really interesting things here, you guys. Please remember, if you guys have a comment you want me to kind of, if you want to catch my attention with it, please put capital C's in front of it. If you have any questions, throw capital Q's, and what I'll do is I'll flag it. I got Katie laying right here next to me in the basket. Last night, we heard, I swear to you, it's like I lived in Tucson and we heard wolves all the time. Just me being me. Good to see you. And I'm not fooling you. What we heard the other night, it sounded like a werewolf from a movie. I said to Tommy, "Would you hear that?" Like it sounded like it was right below. Unbelievable how loud it was. It was crazy. But let me show you some of the. We saw some interesting things walking around. We saw a Lamborghini here. I want to show you. See that right there? Did I say Lamborghini? I didn't mean Lamborghini. I meant Lamborghini. Look at that. A Lamborghini. Huh? Right? It's very interesting. What a trip this has been. It's been an amazing experience. B-Lady, maybe they're werewolves here. I'm telling you, it was so, wasn't that crazy? That was bizarre. And the cats were like, they were all over it. Bruce, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me get some of these comments. Josh, I was just stopping by. Have a great night, everyone. Johnny, I'm happy you're doing well and are happy. Thank you, Josh. I am happy. Very happy. Appreciate you said. Please do me a favor. Tell Riley Rose I said hello. Renee B, since the videos you talked about substance abuse, I've cut my drinking by 40%. Thank you. You know what? Don't thank me. That was you. You did that. I'm proud of you. 40% is a huge deal, Renee. That's awesome. Harm reduction, man. I'm into harm reduction. If you're, cut back a little. It's a process. Got to start somewhere. But I'm proud of you. That's awesome. It's a big deal. So, Danny, good to see you. Greetings from Montreal, Canada. Love Montreal. Look at that. Dave Booley. Love the Chile community. A lot of good people in the Chile community. They really are. Archie's mom, I was swinging upside down for my neighbor's scaffolding when I was 6 in 1989, knocked me out for 3 days. Probably explains a lot. Wow. That's a long time to be out. Like I think about that a lot. I've had a lot. Barbara Chupacabra. That's funny. I've had way too many concussions. Like I get depressed sometimes, GJK Solo, good to see you. Thanks for being here from New York. But they talk at you. There's a lot of research now about concussions and what it can lead to. And every time you get a concussion, it leaves kind of a dark spot where your brain hits, you have brain fluid, and that's like a cushion, prevents your brain from hitting its skull. And when you have a concussion, you hit hard enough that it goes through that liquid and meets contact with your skull cap inside. That's really bad news. And I've had, what do you figure? I'm sure I've had 10 that a doctor has said, dude, you have a concussion. And I bet you I've had 5 or 6 more where a doctor didn't need to tell me I had a concussion because I knew I had a concussion. And I think sometimes if I go through, and depression is a weird thing. Fred Graves, good to see you. Yeah, we are definitely staying hydrated. We go through a lot of water. But depression is something that people, I think, sometimes don't want to talk about. I think I don't know if there's a stigma with it, but don't suffer in silence. I go through it. And when I'm going through a bout of depression, I think, is this from the car accident or from, I've had probably 4 or 5 skiing, like really bad ones from skiing. And I think about that. It scares me. I had a lot of concussions. It's a bummer. Lane, win. Thank you for being here. Spicy Jen. You guys are awesome. All right. So I heard you. I went to the doctor Friday and my blood sugar was 411. I've only had less than 100 carbs per day since. It was at 157 when I woke up. After an hour after dinner, I had close to 100 carbs. It was 256. I didn't know you could even test that at home. That's pretty interesting. That's one thing that we're doing very, very good that's helping us is we're eating very, very healthy food, which is wonderful. But I'm sleeping. I'm getting better sleep for the most part. I fall asleep very quickly. Even with the door, my sliding door shut, because it goes right to the balcony. Even when it's shut, there's no getting away from the sound of the ocean. It's just, relentless. It doesn't ever stop. Brock Bandy, good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. He's eating his 4th pepper as we speak. You're a madman, Dale. Sydney wears a monitor 24/7 for my blood sugars. You know what? Knowing it is half the battle. You know what I mean? Then you know what you're dealing with. Jeremy says depression is scary. It's your brain fighting against itself. It's a thing. It's the thing. But here's the thing. I don't think we're all human. We all go through it. And I think if you talk about it, a lot of times if there's something going on, just speaking, it takes a lot. Just saying it out loud takes a lot of its potency away. I don't know if you guys have found that, but I have. Jeremy Fowler, wasn't bamboo used for canteries as scaffolding? I don't know, man, but this was weird to watch, to look over and see that. Tommy's like, that's bamboo scaffolding, dude. It was crazy. B-Lady, Johnny, thank you for the wonderful sound of the ocean video. I love it. It's pretty cool. The funny thing about it is the ocean doesn't really change, So it's not like if I could do that live every night, it's the same as the video I did. So if you guys want, if you don't know what she's talking about, I made a video. I put my camera, aimed it at the beach, and it's like a 5-hour video. So listen to it. I promise you it'll help you fall asleep. There's a bunch of people listening to it every night, and it'll knock you out. What happened? There's science behind it, apparently. They say that the rhythm of the ocean matches deep breathing, which signals your body that it's time to go to sleep, which is sort of cool. Everything Spicy asked, what's up with you and Bree? Bree's a wonderful human being, and I have nothing but love for her. Australia didn't want me there. Fortunately, Ecuador likes me here, but I could not get passageway to Australia, and it's that simple. So, we never had a bad word. So she's a terrific person, and I want her nothing but happiness for her. Kellyanne says, cut down on carbs, no white bread, rice, or pasta. Whole grain is better. Read the labels and stuff. Sugar levels listed in products. Keep it at 0, 1, or 2%. Here you go. Past my pay grade. You know what's interesting? Talk about ingredients. We went through the store. Marty Morangoose, thank you. Feeling way better, honestly. But I'll tell you what, we need you. I need you. Do you guys understand that? This is a symbiotic relationship. We talk about connection. Like Tommy and I are connecting left and right. He's my dude. We're roommates. You know what I mean? But that's the connection we get. He gets his connection through his channel. I get mine through mine. And it's an important thing. We need it in life. So please know, as much as you think you need me, I need you guys. Danny says, I'm growing my first Super Hots, a Carolina Reaper and a 7-pot Primo chocolate. Great peppers. Both of them are wonderful. Real Deal says, would love to see you grow chilies as you have grown yourself. Respect for that. Let me tell you something. I'd like to, but I've changed so much in the little time we've been here. It's been unbelievable. It really has. I mean, the difference is I feel them. I can tell you how I feel better, and it's internal. But I am a different person since we've been here. Joe C, I miss Tommy. Then you've got to check out his show tonight. He's going to have a good one. There's a lot of interesting things happening that he's talking about. He's saying, like, if you saw his show last night, I said to him afterwards, I'm like, dude, are you more comfortable making that video in South America versus North? He said, absolutely. So it's interesting, but I'll tell you, connection is, you can't underestimate the importance of connection. Johnny, please watch your step watch your balance doing yoga. Wouldn't like to see you fall over the balcony. You know what? I don't know how that could happen because the balcony is kind of high and I'm really cautious around it. It's really funny. The first time we ever looked at this place, we walked out and we kind of eased out, did one of these. Now we kind of walk out. It's no big deal. Look over the edge. It's no big deal. But the first time we walked out on that balcony, it was like, it was crazy. I am starring all the comments, you guys, so I'll try to get to them all. Yes, Peliquero Sal Pimienta. Any more super hot reviews? Yeah, there's going to be. I'm a chili head. That's what I am. That's what I do. So absolutely, I've got to find the farmer's market here, and I will jump on that. I know they're around for sure. Jane says some bamboo varieties have similar tensile strength as some steel. That may be true, but I'll tell you what, I'll leave it to those guys. I couldn't believe it. You know, it's yeah. Tommy says that rope that they tied those together doesn't have the tensile strength of steel. Maybe it does. I don't know. They didn't look nervous. They were like, you should have seen these. We watched them work for a little bit. I'll tell you what, artisan stuff. The way he was throwing up the cement. Thank you. It was incredible watching them. They have it down to a science. It was pretty incredible to watch. Blitzblitz says, I understand, Johnny. I had someone with car insurance hit the back of my car head on, and my car was crushed in December. My car flew up in the air, and I have chronic back and hip issues. Wow, I'm sorry. I have a lot of sympathy for people with back issues. Oh, you meant without insurance. Oh, no. It makes it worse. I'm sorry. Hang in there. You know, PE or PT, physical therapy. Do it. Lane, been a busy few weeks. Missed you guys. Man, I live on the beach for 2 years, and the sound of and the breeze were wonderful. Still putting ghost pepper on my turkey sandwiches. Ghost peppers are one of my favorite peppers. Someone asked how do we choose where we are? We looked into a lot of different places. Uruguay is one of the ones we looked into, but we looked into a bunch, and you know, they use American currency here, which is fantastic. It wasn't, you know, we definitely spent a lot of time investigating, but very, very happy we chose Ecuador. Couldn't be happier. I'd like to see you review some strange fruits most of us can't get in the U.S. That's a good idea. I will do that. There's definitely a lot of fruits that I've never seen before, which is kind of cool. How's my Spanish? We're working on it. Here's the thing that's happening is every day my comprehension is better. We got I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Napoleon Dynamite. Hilarious. If you haven't, you should watch it. It's a very, very funny movie. But we have that it's in English with the Spanish subtitles. And the cool thing about movies, which is different than just going Duolingo, maybe there's going to be slang in Duolingo. I haven't gotten there yet. It's a process. But in the movies, there's a lot of slang, which is very, very helpful. But my comprehension is getting better daily. But my ability to speak it isn't there yet. It's catching up slower than my comprehension is. But I guess that's part of the process. So, yeah, we definitely don't want Tommy on any hit list from America. That's a fact. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the U.S. right now. And you know what? Johnny, how do you prep for one of those pepper contests? B, lady, you know what's funny? On a big contest, as crazy as it sounds, I don't prep. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you, bro. I don't prep because on a contest where the idea is you're going to have to eat a lot of peppers. Anything I eat, even if it's a crouton, it's taking up space that a pepper, because in a pepper contest, being full is part of my problem. Like I've seen people eat 100 peppers. Like I can't eat 100 olives, 100 peppers. So I don't prep on big contests. Now, if it's just a challenge I'm doing for the channel, I prep for that. And as long as it's something with starch, like a banana is good. Honestly, if there's just something in my gut, I'm usually okay. Now, but there are things that you can eat that don't give a rip what you prepped with. It's hot enough that prepping isn't going to really help you, and you got to be kind of aware of that because there are things that are hot enough now that prepping, they don't care. It'll still beat you up, and that's a real thing. Do you apply for dual citizenship there? Well, North America, the United States doesn't recognize dual citizenship. What that means is I'm a citizen of America, period. Now, we are going through the process of immigration here, which is a 4-year process. In 2 years, we're in the process of becoming citizens now. In 2 years, we're a citizen. In 4 years, we get our passports. So we'll have dual citizenship. North America only recognizes my U.S. citizenship. That's important to talk about because I got a comment yesterday. I said, do I hate America now? It's crazy. It's the craziest comment in the world. Do I hate America? Do I leave because of politics? I want you to know something. Politics had absolutely nothing to do with why we left. Because you hear people every single election, someone's going to say, if that person gets elected, I'm out of here. Celebrities like doing that. And sometimes they bolt. Occasionally they bolt. Someone, I think Someone just split to Ireland. She used to have a talk show. Was it Rosie O'Donnell? Rosie O'Donnell bounced to Ireland. So some people do split. I think most people just like saying it. They like, I'm going to leave. Every year, every single election cycle, it happens. People are going to say that they're going to split if somebody gets arrested. And, a lot of times it's just this. We didn't leave for that. I left for, I think the United States is a wonderful country. I love it. I have kids there, and my whole life I've lived there. Some amazing experiences there. So I love the United States. There's no hatred or animosity towards the United States. Ellen DeGeneres bounced too. Yep, she sure did. I love America. I'll never not love America. But I really, really love South America. I'm having a wonderful time here. It's an incredible place. Yeah, you know what? So true. If you let politics decide your life, you would be in trouble. I was talking to Tommy today about that. Every country I've been to, like since I started the channel, they'd always say I'd get to the Philippines. They ask about, who was the president at the time. And it's a thing. Every country I went to, they'd ask about that. Now, I don't know if it's because I don't speak the language, but I get a feeling that they aren't too concerned here what's happening in North America. People are here just living their lives, But I absolutely don't have any animosity. I love America. I'll never not love North America. I love it. It was my home for a long time. But I'm very, very happy here. I really am. Couldn't be happier, actually. Let's see here. Here we go. My favorites. Lisa, we need each other. Connection and the support from you and the chat gives me the feeling of being hugged. Can I tell you something? That's beautiful. I get that too. I feel that. I really do. Connection is critical. Without it, we die slowly, or we die more quickly, I think. Can't wait to see you grow chilies. It'll be amazing the same as you have grown yourself. I think I may have read that already. Thank you, Real Deal. Let's see here. Are you able to watch some American shows, sports there? Nope. I don't know what I would do. It's a funny thing. When I was younger, I was really into sports. And now I haven't watched, ready for this? I haven't seen a football game from start to finish in probably 20 years. I'm still a Giant. I'm a New York Giants fan. I'm born in New York. So I look to see how they're doing, but I really haven't done I don't do the sports thing. In fact, the TV we have, we watch stuff on YouTube. That's what we watch. But the radio, what we've learned is, and Tommy picked this up, the radio, if you listen to the radio, they talk a lot slower on the radio. They do. So like when we get into a cab to go to the store, the radio's always on. And I understand most of what's being said, or the gist of what's being said. Or at least I've convinced myself that I do. But see, B-Lady, do you think they may grow and have peppers there that they don't grow here? I wouldn't doubt it. There's certainly fruit that I've never seen before. So most certainly, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. So, and that's, when last time I went to the store, I did a video. Here's the thing. I'm kind of scary about, not scary, that's the wrong word. Italicizer, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm very mindful. I don't want to be the obnoxious North American that comes here and videos everything. I got to be careful. I don't want to be that guy. In fact, have you guys seen this a guy named Johnny Somali? If you guys know him, put a 1 in the chat. Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali he went to Israel. His big get down is going to different countries and being as rude as he possibly can be, saying things that he's in trouble. He's in Korea right now. They're not letting him leave, and he's facing 36 years in prison for things he's done. So because of that, it's interesting. I got on Chat GPT or whatever, and I asked him, like, what are the laws here about? A lot of people have seen Johnny Somali. It's unbelievable. He's going to have a horrible time in prison. Number one, he's about the big as my pencil, my finger. He's a pencil. He's a twig. And he's obnoxious, and he doesn't speak their language. I can't imagine being in a prison here. So he's going to have a wretched time. I don't think he's going to get 36 years, but he is going to get a piece. He's going to pick up some time. There's no two ways about that. I am definitely going to do some fruit, though, you guys. Heard you. I can't do coffee, but I'll try the tea. You know what? The coffee we have here is amazing. when we were at the hotel, the coffee was insane. And one day I was like, what coffee do you use? Because I want to buy some. It's Seo Rojo is the name of the coffee. And we bought some, but we have two different kinds of coffee. And yesterday he made that coffee, and I had a sip in the morning. I'm like, oh man, this is good. If you, I don't know, maybe you could get it somewhere. It is amazing coffee. Blitzbliss says, I can't even go on disability because you can't work to get on that. If I don't work, I can't pay my bills. It's a joke. I'm sorry. You'll be in my prayers. It's a tough one. John says, you're a genetic anomaly. Pretty sure it would be tough for a lot of people to do what you do. I'm an anomaly, that's for sure. I don't know if it's a genetic anomaly, but probably an anomaly. Lane says, you guys have a great platform. Have you used your leverage to help local people around you? We are in the process of doing that. It's been our realtor is involved with a recovery center, and it's an amazing recovery center. I did. Those peppers are insane, Dizzy. Thank you for that. They look wonderful. There's a recovery center here where they're all men, and it's a place where you live there. And, you know, they come from all over, Brazil, you know, Argentina, Peru, Colombia, and their families, from what she shared with us, their families just say, I'm done, get out. And they don't have anywhere to go. So they come to this recovery center, but because they live there, there are 3 men per cot, not per bed, but per cot. And that's heartbreaking. So we want to try to fix that. And instead of making a bigger building, let's get these guys straight. Let's get these guys clean so they can go live their lives. So we're going to be working with them and helping them. Amy is our realtor, and she's going to be our translator, which is wonderful. Real Deal says, I love what you just said. Sometimes souls cannot be together because of red tape, and your love for others has been shown there. You know, I don't have I could never say something bad about her. She's a terrific person. I wish her well, you know. Remember the Tyree helmet catch? Of course I remember that. That was amazing. Here's a good question. Do you think he comes out alive or deported back before that? I don't know, man. He's going to have a rough row to hoe. It's going to be a tough one on him because here's the thing. No one likes him. He's an obnoxious person, and he set himself up. You know, he's done some of the most horrific things that I can't even talk about. Like there's an alarm in Japan. He was in Japan, and there's an alarm that sound. It's what the alarm they sound when there's a missile attack, and he would go through the subway blaring that on his. I tell you, he gets what he's got coming to him. You know, he's poked the bear. He said literally, I'm not going to catch time. I'm an American citizen. You want to see them like he's in a. Anyway, I don't want to be that guy. So, like. I want to be really careful. I just don't want to come off as obnoxious. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Everything's spicy. Is Johnny Jr. still helping to edit your videos? Nope, he's not. He actually never helped me edit videos. He's helped me with a lot of technology, but he did not move. He's going to come visit, and he's interested in coming here. And you know, if it's a decision, he's a man. You know, he's not a kid. So. You know, if he decides he wants to come here, he can come stay with me. And if it's something he wants, I'll do what I can to help him. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, though. It really, really is. The people are wonderful. Have I seen Bald and Bankrupt? He probably has an entire embassy constantly stressed. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what's in his head. I think there's some mental illness there. But hang on a second, you guys. You're kidding. Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. Way to shut up a guy that never has a problem talking. Wow. Are you sure? Listen, if you didn't do that on purpose, and if you hit an extra button by accident, please fix that. I understand if you did. Lane. Wow. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you how much that helps. Wow. I've been doing this for almost a decade, and that's the first time a super chat like that's ever happened. I'm never without words. Kind of without words right now, Lane. Thank you so much. That's insane. I don't know what to say. Goodness gracious. Right? I promise you, Lane, I'm never going to act like Johnny Somali here. Sydney, Johnny's speechless. You know what? Let me tell you something funny. Years ago, like maybe 5 years ago, I was doing I didn't even eat anything. It was just, I went live just because I had a little time. And someone gave it a $200 super chat. I was floored. And like 5 minutes later, the same guy did another $200 super chat. And then another person did another $200 super chat. And the third person said, I'm only giving this because it's funny to see Johnny speechless. But wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lane. That's unbelievable. Thank you. Wow. That's a lot of ceviche. Tommy's laughing down the hallway. Thank you so much. That's insane. Wow. I got a cramp in my leg. Oh. And I am sort of speechless, but wow. Unbelievable. Blitzblitz says, the disability system in New York is a joke. If you need to go on disability, you can't apply for it unless you have enough money in the bank to pay rent. Seems like it's set to I mean, what do you do about that, right? It's set up to hurt you, to hamper that. It's unbelievable. I hope something wonderful happens to you. I really do. I'll be praying for you. Wow. Lane, goodness gracious. Look at Archie's mom. I love seeing kindness in real time. I'm floored by that. Like, I'm supposed to talk for another half hour. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm flummoxed. Dizzy Dragon. Everybody donate something so we can overwhelm him. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Bruce, that was awesome. You did that, Lane. Thanks for helping you. I like that. I don't even know what to say. I'll get off of this after we stop, and I'm just going to be like, it's mind-boggling. Like, nothing I've ever done in a chat is worth that. I mean, for real. And I am having a trouble thinking right now. That was, goodness. Wow. So let me show you a few more pictures. I can throw a picture up. I won't have to talk about it. I'll think of something to talk about. This, if you didn't see it, I showed this in a video the other day. I can see this out of Tommy's window. This is not even a block away. Honestly, if there was a window was not there, I could throw a baseball to the Chili Pepper restaurant. I haven't visited it yet, but it's something we're definitely going to do. I promise. Cindy says, you have saved lives too. Building connections are important. You know what? I believe that building connections are important, but let's keep it straight. I'm not doing CPR on anybody. I'm not saving anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not. I appreciate you saying that. The connection's important, but I'm a knucklehead that talks about Peppers and what's going on in his life. But Tony's Hooter, you are absolutely worth that and more, Johnny. Yeah, but you're biased. You love me. Come on, Tony. I thank you for saying that. You guys are all wonderful. Jane, mark this on your calendar. Johnny speechless. Yep. Hi, Katie. Right. Katie's laying in the basket. If she stays here for another 20 minutes, I'll show you guys. We'll hold the cat in the basket before we leave. My entertainment is mind-boggling, Johnny. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Honestly. I think Lane wants you to eat something nasty on one of your shows. I will do that. The next time we go to the store, whatever pepper's there, I'm buying it, and I'll eat it for you guys. I promise. Archie's mom, you're an angel on earth. I'm not. Thank you for saying that. I'm a knucklehead on earth. I'm trying to figure out my path. Thank you for saying that. But Sammy, Lane, win. Applause to you. I'm telling you. Unbelievable. Dizzy, I would love to send you the pod dried, but would love to know what you think of it. Yeah, I'd love that. I'll eat it. You know I will. Even if I'm not ready for it, I'll eat it. Lane, Family by bond. You've been there for me. Your family can do the same. Thank you, Lane. I don't know what to say. You make me want to try harder, you know? I really appreciate that. Captain Capsaicin, you're an amazing dude and deserve nothing but blessing. I feel like I'm dying or something. You guys are just saying nice things. What's going on here? You guys are. Yoga. It's the yoga, Tommy says. Holy moly. Oh, man. Blitz. I've met 2 people already in Long Island working and living in their car. It's sad. It's horrifying. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people that are struggling. There's no 2 ways about it. Kellyanne, the tide rises, all boats. Beautiful. Well, tomorrow, I'll tell you what, tomorrow we're doing yoga again, and tomorrow we're doing 3 things together, right? I think he wants to hurt me. You know, did you guys watch the first yoga day? He said I did really well. He was hoping I was going to do poorly. It was payback for all the times I'd burned him. So I think he's much better at yoga than I am. So I think that's part of his plan. I think he's really having a good time hurting me. Would you say that's fair to say? It is. Rich Newton, just tuning in. Hi, Rich. Tell Mindy I said hello. Rich is a good dude. Rich and Mindy are fantastic. Payback for the fish. All right. So Danny asked, do you know where I can find a pepper called the chocolate zing? I've heard, and have you heard of it or tried it? I know I've had the regular zing, but I'm going to be really honest with you. The zing's got a cooler name. I wasn't blown away by the zing pepper. I remember being a little disappointed because, first of all, if I remember correctly, the zing pepper they don't really know the origin. They don't know what peppers created it. There are people that have suggested what it is. They think there's a reaper involved. If I'm thinking of the right pepper. So I think that's one of the peppers where they aren't really sure what it is. And when you have a pepper and you're really excited and it doesn't deliver, it's a bummer. And I don't like saying, giving a negative, but that was one of those peppers that didn't blow me away. Now it could have been because my tolerance is really high. I know if I ate a zing pepper right now, I'd be in trouble. You know what I mean? So Timothy Glass says, all the love to you is in hopes it will sustain you during your yoga. Mind control thing. Yeah, yoga's hard. I mean, it's so much harder than I ever thought it was going to be. For real. Just Joan, thank you for being here. It snuck in already. There's Sam. How are you guys doing? I'm better today. I feel like I've been beaten with a bat, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Bows grows the zing chocolate. He's only given it to a couple people. I think Matt's Pepper sells seeds for it. Looks gnarlier than the red. I think every chocolate pepper looks gnarlier than the red counterpart, always, because they're sinister. Chocolate pods burn you like you stole their lunch money, you know what I mean? And they never forgot it. And then later on, they're like, oh, that's the guy who took my lunch money. They burn you like you did something to them and they're trying to get you. Chocolate pods burn different. They really, really do. The yoga boat. Lane says, let's have a Scotch bonnet face-off. Absolutely. I'm up for that, Lane. I will. I'm going to go. We might go to the store tomorrow because there's a few things we need to get. And I'm going to, I'll buy whatever pods they've got. And the next live, I promise you, we'll eat some peppers together. I'm on it. I'm serious about that. Dizzy says, very interesting because mine delivered what I was looking for. There's a ton of phenos for it. Looks like a primo shape, but some people have a further cross or something. Yeah, I think I'm right. Isn't that the one where they aren't really sure of its origins? I don't like pods like that. I like pods where I can say, how it happened. So, but like I said, if I ate that now, it would kill me because my tolerance is, Tommy and I have the same tolerance essentially. Lisa says, leading by example is priceless. I think Johnny in the chat do this all the time. You all do it for me. Well, that's what we lean on each other. Like I promise you, and it's not even because of the super chat. That's so helpful, but I get so much from this. Like I really do. And when we don't have this connection, I feel it. Not that I feel lonely because I'm here with Tommy. We have a good time, but if I didn't have this that we could do together, I'd be a mess. I would. Jeremy says, I will say one of my new favorite phenos at the moment is the CB Naga Twister. Very tasty and very pretty. Peppers are just fantastic. They really are. Chocolate Primtali went 1.1 million. Here's the thing about chocolate pods, though. I think it's possible that a chocolate pod with a lot lower SHUs can burn you more than a red pod that's got higher, just because it's a different type of burn. Just my opinion, you know. I've eaten a lot of peppers, but that's how I kind of see it. Dane says, what's cool to see, the purge of the channel along with the lives has really cultivated a really special community. The lifeboat as well, the love boat. I'm sure this will have a noticeable impact moving forward. You know, like I said, it makes me want to do better at this. I don't want to just, I want to do better, you know. Lane says, what did Lane just say? Big fam, love you guys. Good night. Lane, good night. And thank you so much. As like, I'm still not over it, just so you know, and I won't be over it. I'll turn this thing off in 25 minutes, and I still won't be over that. Thank you so much. Your generosity was insane. Thank you so much, for real. Deanne ate a 7-pot. Now, is that Lanthe or Ianthe? I never know. I feel like I'm always saying it wrong. You got to let me know. Last night. Dan. Hi, Dan. Thank you for being here. Jane says, we're always here for you, like you have been for us. You know, we've been doing it for a while. We're closing in on a decade of doing this. You know, for a YouTube channel to be around for 10 years, it's a long time. Lane Wynn, have a fantastic night, says Jeremy. Boy, Lane rocks, says John. Good night, Lane, says Kellyanne. Lane, you are a hero tonight, man. For real. It's Ianthe. Did I say it right? Ianthe? It's beautiful. I feel better now. Now I won't mess it up. I should have asked you the first time it stumped me. I stared at it, went. Just Jones says, I'm proud of me adding medium banana peppers to my salad. I'm still in the baby steps for hot. You know what? It's a process. You don't need, the great thing about it is everybody marches to the beat of their own drummer. That's how we all chase the heat too. You know, we all do it our own way. I'll never look down my nose at somebody who can't get past jalapeno. If you eat if you eat bell peppers, but you really love them, you're a chili head to me. There are some people that if you aren't eating something super hot, then you aren't a chili head. It's nonsense. If you like bell pepper a lot, I mean, you really like them, in my book, you're a chili head. And you know what, Lane, if he never eats a pepper his whole life, dude's a chili head. But I'm up for that, the Scotch bonnet face-off. That'd be wonderful. Johnny, show him the mustard warthog, por favor. You know what? It would take me about 5 minutes, or it would take me a little too much time to upload it, and you'd lose me for a minute, but I will upload it. And tomorrow, you guys, I'll show the mustard warthog that Dizzy's grown. It's amazing. It would take me a little while I'm not good. I promise you tomorrow, though, tune in tomorrow, and I'll show you the picture. It's an amazing looking pepper. Dan says, you're a chili head. Thank you. That's awfully kind of you to say that. Here's the thing. Thank you for saying I'm a legend. And I've said this before, but I'm not a legend. And the way that I know that is I'm not a young dude. 59. If you live as long as I live, you're going to meet some legends. And when you meet a real legend, you immediately know where you fall in on that. I'm not a legend. I appreciate you saying that. I'm just a knuckleheaded chili. Thank you for saying that. Shut up. That was Tommy saying, you're a legend. Archie's mom, do you have or have ever grown any peppers or chili? I never have. Can you believe that? I've never grown my own peppers, but I'm going to. And I've been saying that for a while, but I'm going to. Andrew Brown, good to see you, man. Do me a favor and tell Chance I said hi. It's a good dude. John, I've actually been sick all day because of peppers. Yeah, listen, I feel for you. If I had $1 for every hour I've been sick because of peppers or every hour of calf cramps, I'll bet you I've had a week of calf. If you add all the hours up, I'm sure I've had a week of calf cramps since I've started this. Kristen says, jalapenos will always be my first love. It's a great pepper. My dad loved jalapenos. John says, I'm a chili head, too much of an entrepreneur. Thank you for saying that. I'm really not. Listen, I want to tell you something. I went to school with a guy. I was watching. I think of this all the time when I think about a legend. I was watching. This is back when I used to be on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook anymore. I come across this guy's page. I went to high school with him. I played football with most of his brothers, some of his brothers. And in this, he graduated and became a heart surgeon for the military. In this picture of him on Facebook, I'm being serious now. He's standing next to a dude. The dude's got something in his hand. It looks like a big charcoal, like the Kingsford Edge. It's his old heart. He's holding it. He says, I'm alive today because of this guy. Phil, his name is. Phil did an open heart surgery, a heart transplant. That's a legend. A guy who eats peppers, I don't care how many I eat, I'm not. I'm okay with that. I don't want to be a legend. Seriously. But that's what a legend is. You know what I mean? I eat peppers. We got to keep it in perspective, you know? But I appreciate everybody who thinks that and says that. Honestly, I do. I'm not trying to be rude, but man, I know some legends, you know? Dan, how is life going with you, Johnny? It's a trip. I'll tell you something. It's never a dull moment. I've moved to Ecuador. I live in Ecuador. I live in Salinas, city of salt. So every day is new and every day is a trip, you know, and it's Danny. Legends are never young, Johnny. Thank you, but really, I'm not a legend, honestly. But thank you so much for saying that, honestly. I cramped up after I ate the caramel beast. I thought I prepped well, but I spit up a little. Then 4 hours later, I cramped up. I stayed up till it passed. I have some nights, like I can think of about, like I have, like since I've done this, I've made like thousands of videos. I've eaten tons of peppers, but I've had a couple nights that were just brutal. Like really tough, like where honestly, I'm just being straight with you, where I roll around the floor saying, why do I do this? And I'm not making millions of dollars. Why do I do this? But I've even said, that's it, I'm done. The next day, I'm like looking for a hot pepper to eat. So I don't know what that says about my intelligence, but I am what I am, you know? Okay, here we go. Dizzy. I'm going to tell you what to do. You need to do 30 Ecuadorian red habanero. There you go. So listen, here's a legend. Dizzy's a legend. For real. Dizzy knows, he has forgotten more about peppers than I'll ever know. Is there an Ecuadorian red habanero? Is it different than a regular red habanero? Because if it is, tell me. I'll get 30 of them and we'll do this. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be able to do 30 right now. I'm just being straight with you. It would kill me. But yeah, absolutely. James Dean is a legend from my hometown of Fairmont, Indiana. Yes, see, James Dean is a legend. Yeah, I would say that. John says, yeah, right. You know what his last words were? Porsche can corner at any speed. Think about that. I bet I've often wondered about after your videos. Cat almost fell off the basket goes like this, and she just stood on this end. It almost went off the table. So you're not going to see the cat. You're not going to see Katy Perry. She just took off. But I've had like Uncle Bullcat did a hell fudge challenge. Oh my God, it was one of the worst. I mean, it was as bad as the time I drank the whole bottle of plutonium. Brutal. Hey Dan, thank you for being here. Good night, everyone. Stay positive. Keep your chin up. I have no choice. I don't have a choice. Okay, so Dizzy says, I mean, there's a difference, probably a difference, but just do it. But just do it to come on. Do it. Come on. Oh, look at this. Never. Hi, Katie. Oh, it's a good girl. She looks like a wolf. She does. She looks like a white werewolf. Oh no, you want to take off? You know, it's really funny when if Squirrel sleeps with this, she sleeps by your feet. When Katie sleeps by me, she sleeps almost on top of my head. She's getting huge. Ugh. She sleeps on my head. She likes laying on my head. I'll wake up sometimes with a tail in my face. My email, if you're looking for mine, Blitz, it's chasetheheat@gmail.com. That's how you can reach me. Yeah, she has beautiful eyes, Dane. She's a trip. She's a funny cat. Look at that. You hear that? It looks like Tommy handed me a blanket that blinked. Thanks for being here, Archie's mom. I appreciate you being here. I ate 2 hell fudge. I think I could do 5. It just about killed me. It was bad. This is what Jeremy said. It looks like Tommy handed you a blanket that blinked. That's an awesome comment. For real, that's funny. Captain Capsation, I remember seeing some of your aftermath videos. Some were worse than others. You should do some newer ones soon. You know what? The worst ones, I never showed. I mean, the worst ones, the really bad ones, I kind of don't show because I'm rolling around the floor. And I don't want people to say, "God, what did he eat?" I never want to eat one of those. I want people to want to eat peppers. That was one of the things about my channel. Every video before I started my channel, there were no chili channels where people enjoyed. Oh, you're looking for B-Lady's email. Sorry. There were no channels at the time where people actually enjoyed peppers. You know what I mean? You could watch videos and they were funny. They were fun to watch, but you never stopped the video going, man, I want to get one of those. You know what I mean? It's the last thing you thought of. And I wanted people to walk away after watching my videos going, man, he made it look easy. I think it's probably not as easy as it looks, but I want to eat one of those. And that's why I wanted to help grow the chili community. I didn't think barfing into a bucket was going to, you know what I mean, or throwing up during a video is going to help people want to eat more peppers. Uncle Bocow made Myler's second version. He sells them right now. They're of the fudge. They're hot. I mean, it was so hot. The plutonium, that was suicide. Yeah, it was. You like filming my pain, though, huh? I'm sorry. Well, you're my brother, dude. I'm going to enjoy that. Right? She's a meowing cat featured at the beginning of every YouTube episode, like the MGM lion. She's funny. She's found her voice. She talks a lot. She's almost as talkative as a squirrel is. You know what happens, which is really sort of cute? She usually, Shaw, thank you for being here. We'll get to your comment in just, look at that. Hi, Johnny. I stuck around after all. I hope you're doing well. I am. Thanks for being here. She usually talks to me like when she gets up from a nap, she is wicked talkative. She just meows everywhere. But what happens sometimes is that I'll see Katie looking for squirrel and she'll meow, and she's looking for squirrel. It's cute. So they kind of talk to each other. It isn't just them talking to us. And that's adorable to see, you know. B-Lady, Johnny, how much does that kitty weigh? She's pretty close to 15 pounds, but she's only, in 2 days, she's 10 months old. So she's still a kitten for sure. See that? Just Joan, that's what brothers are for. Tommy even agrees with you. He says, yep, now, but he wasn't agreeing. Listen, I hurt him really, really bad once. He asked for it. He knows what's going to happen. Tony's Hooter, thank you so much. Just keeping you humbled. Thank you, Tony. You're awesome. I love you. Dan Young, I think the second warthog video you ate, the chocolate primo first, makes me laugh to this day. My ears are burning. Listen, the warthog is just an absolutely different pepper, to me anyway. Johnny, can you train cats to do tricks like doggies? Cats are very intelligent, and they absolutely can be trained. I don't know what the training process is like. It's different, I'm sure, than training a dog. I was in Russia once, years ago, and I went to this circus. It was inside a building, which was weird because every circus I've ever been to was outside, but it was inside. We filed in, and it was like theater-style seating. And there was a dude on the front that had these trained cats. There was a ladder, like 2 step ladders with a ladder across it. And these cats were doing tricks. He had these little balls of, I don't know what they were, but he would throw them into the audience. And the cat would come up. And you know how cats are around people? These are house cats. These are cats like we have. They would run up into the audience, grab it in their mouth, and run back with them. So you can certainly train cats. There's no doubt. I had a cat he would retrieve bottle caps. It was a boy cat. I'd flick it and he'd bring it back to me. And if I wasn't paying attention to him, like I was sitting on the couch watching, he'd walk over and drop the cap in my lap. Like, hey, I want to play. So cats can definitely be trained, but I think you got to be very, very patient. You know what, Tommy? We'll never forget the picture of your cap crant ride. You want to see it? I think I have it right here. You probably won't want me to show this, but it's so fun. Oh, here it is. Look at this. This is why Tommy feels a little salty sometimes. That's why. He was dying, you guys. What was that? Was that the 5 million Scoville orange thing? Yeah. That was your fault. You did more than you should have. You see that though? He was, yeah, Tom Broom just about killed him. He was dying. I have a video of that too, but I had at the time. I don't know where it is now, but he was not well. It really, really hurt him. I think cats like playing. It's the kind of it's what kind of relationship you have with the cats. I mean, we talk to our cats a lot. That was my brother Tommy. That what I gave him. It was a video we did where Tom Broom had some orange tincture, an orange medallion, and there were 5 million Scoville tincture. And I think he did he was supposed to do 1 drop. I think he did 2 or 3. I remember thinking, man, that's a mistake. And see that? Dane says mistakes were made. He did it, and as soon as the video was over, he was in his. I went in, I still did the video, and he was in his room, and I went in there. He was on the floor rolling around, and he looked at me. He goes, "Not now." And he was not. He wasn't in the mood. It was bad. And the picture that I showed. He's a little salty. The video, but the picture that I showed you just a second ago, this picture here, was probably, I'm not joking, maybe an hour after the video. He suffered. He was sweating like he threw water on him. That was not a joke. That was really bad. I felt bad about that. If it's any consolation, I did. I feel terrible. I do feel bad. Shaw asked, what are monkey face peppers like? You know what? I'm getting old. Dizzy, he's the Chase the Heat historian. Have I ever eaten a monkey face pepper? I don't remember. Hi, Wes Lightburn. I was talking about you today. Were your ears burning? I was talking about you in a good way. I promise. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Toby says he felt very terrible. That's why he got his camera. Yeah, but you know what? If that were me, you would have done it too. You don't think? Look at that. B-Lady says it looks like he was in genuine pain. He was. It was not a good one. And the thing about it is, this is the funny part about that. He hurt for it's not funny. He hurt for 2 or 3 hours. And I thought he was fine. He comes into the living room. I was sitting there watching TV. He comes in and goes, oh my God. I said, you better? He goes, man, we can laugh about it now. I said, are you sure? Because they can come in waves, right? He goes, yeah, I feel better. Hi, B-Bombs. Thank you for being here. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. And he sits down on the couch next to me. He looks fine for a while. And about 15 minutes later, he got white. He had this ghostly pallor to him. So he looked, I said, oh no, is it happening again? Because another wave is coming. Sweat started to build on his face. He got up and took off into the bathroom again. It was bad. It was a bad one. But listen, if you're my brother, you got to know that's going to happen. I'm sorry, dude. It's a long time ago.
You can hear how bad you feel.
What?
Everyone can hear how bad you felt.
Everybody can hear how bad I felt. It's pretty funny. I'm just saying, it was pretty funny.
Tune in for yoga tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in for yoga tomorrow. Is this payback? No, just yoga day. No, the warthog is a 7-pot. No, it's a Wartrix crossed with a 7-pot Primo, I believe. It's a wicked hot pepper, man. Love Hurts by Nazareth. What a great song, right? That's such a good song. Though they weren't Johnny. I know. Crypto Moment says, holy moly, what a super chat. I know you should have been here when it happened. I stared at I couldn't talk for a few minutes. Which is funny because I don't ever have a problem talking and I could not talk. B-Lady asks, what time is yoga, Johnny? Probably 11 o'clock we'll do it. And he's going to hurt me. We're doing, when you put one move, if you just do one move and then you're done, you kind of breathe, shake it off, and then you do another one. That's one thing. But he does these things where you go from one right into another. And you wouldn't think how bad that can be. The second you're done with the first one, every muscle is aching and screaming, and then he goes right into another. So we've only done 2. We've gone from one. I don't even know what poses we do. I don't know the names of them. He does because he's been an instructor. He's good at it. I'm not, but he's good at it. But tomorrow we're going to do several, 3 back-to-back. V-bombs. I'm a little lost, but I don't want to back up. Lane gave a $499.99 super chat, and I couldn't talk for a few minutes. All the cats are fighting. You should see this. Keep your eyes open, Katie. Every time Katie goes in, she shuts her eyes really hard, does this. She doesn't keep her eyes open. You should see them though. Oh, it's hilarious. Watch Squirrels and give her. Oh, I wish you could see what they're doing right now. It's hilarious. Let's see here. Chili Phil says, I'm more nervous about this chocolate primatale than I was the warthog. Chocolate pods burn differently, man. They just hit different. They do. They do. When they have, it just burns for a long time. Lane, you rock. He sure does. He sure does. That was amazing. That was amazing. I mean, almost 10 years I've been doing this. I was like, that surprised me. But we're almost done here, guys. If you haven't, do me a favor. A couple things I want to tell you about. Please go check out Tommy. He's going live right after I do. It's going to be an interesting one you want to watch. There were a couple other things I want to share with you. When I tell you that Lane got me flummoxed, I'm not kidding you. My gaster is flabber. What is it? My flabbergasted. My flabber is gasted or something like that. It did. That got me. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being. You guys are all wonderful. You really are. You know, I think about this all the time. I think about it. There's so many things you could be doing, and you're sitting here listening to me. It's mind-boggling to me. B-bombs it. It was very awesome. And you know what? Can I tell you something? They're all awesome. Just you sitting here and being here with me is awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. This is Tommy, the Love Boat. Please check him out. He's going to be on right after me. If you guys have never listened to there's a sleep video I made, which is really great. It's the ocean. And I literally put the camera on the balcony and you can see it because it's a video, but it's 5 hours. And if you've never tried it, please check it out. And before you go to bed, just click on it. I promise you'll fall asleep faster. Everybody that's used it says that it helps and it gives them a good night's sleep. So if you've never tried it, give it a shot and see what you think. That's how I go to sleep every night, and it's amazing. Here it is. Fall asleep to the ocean sounds. It changes the way I sleep. B-Lady, Johnny, have a good time at yoga tomorrow. Stay flexible, okay? I'm trying. Tommy said flexibility is a really, really big issue as far as longevity. And I don't have any right now. I don't have much. And I really want to get better. I want to be more flexible. Like I can't touch my toes. I can't even come close to touching my toes. If you watch the first video, I'm like this far from my toes. And I'm not good at that. So I really want to get good at it. B-Lady says that ocean video is awesome. Thank you. Captain, thank you so much, B-Lady. Captain Capsation, have a good night, Johnny. Positive vibes only, my friend. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys so much. Have you seen my last CC, Johnny? I did not. Let me go look for it, Sam. It snuck by me. I apologize. And there it is. Oh, here we go. The 7-pot EMF gave Dean four tears. I'm sure. It's a hot pepper. Super hot pepper. And I appreciate you being here, Sam. I don't know what time it is there. You know? Sidney says, laughing as he is feeling bad for betting up his little brother's insides. Listen, don't kid yourself. He's having a ball hurting me. I know he will tomorrow. He'll have a good time. B-Lady says, wow, John, you need to live on a farm. You would touch more than your toes. Trust me. I don't know. There's a couple things I want to be able to do. I want to be able to touch 4 tears. There you go. 4 tears. I had a feeling there was a typo in there. I wasn't thinking quick on my feet. Okay, we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, everybody that was here, Lane's amazing, Tony Scooter, all you guys are so amazing that you hung out with me. I really appreciate that. Try it tonight. Yeah, 4 tears out of Dean is no joke. Dean's a savage. He's broken like I am. It is what it is. Thank you for having me, brother. Always, man. Always. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Please go over and check out Tommy and give him some love. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I mean it. It was wonderful hanging out with you guys tonight. We'll do this again tomorrow. I love you guys. Please be kind. Tell someone you love them, okay? I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, South America.